Alright guys, on this video we're actually going to be replacing our delta joints. Now I've had these delta joints for a little bit over 2 years now, and they've actually recently gone bad. I did not notice it in the drive, but what I did notice was when I took it to the tire shop, they're about to do an alignment. We had some give in the delta joints. So this is what happens when you jack up the vehicle. You hear that sound? That's basically the delta joints rubbing against the ball. So it is a part that needs to get replaced. I was able to reach out to the seller that I got these delta joints from, and because it's within its 3-year warranty period, I got the receipt. I reached out to Icon, and they were actually able to replace the delta joints. So they sent me this, and that's what we're going to be replacing on both sides, and that's going to be fixing this issue. Now the other thing that I'm also doing is that we went ahead and bought bushings because this does go bad normally. This is not covered over with warranty, but we're going to go ahead and replace this since the delta joints are going to be off at the same time. So let's go ahead and get this done. All right, here are the delta joints that they replaced. Here's the warranty card. So I'm going to register this again. Actually, it's going to be a 5-year warranty. So again, I got it within about 2 years, so it is covered. I'm going to go ahead and change out these nipples as well because I don't like to grease these. And these are going to be the bushings that I got. I'll have a link below for all the parts that I'm going to be using here. So we start with the driver's side. We're going to take off the wheels and work our way towards the upper control arms. The upper control arms are the only thing that we're taking off at this time. Gonna be a 19. So we're gonna take off the long bolt that holds the upper control arms in place. I'm actually on the top where the engine bay is gonna be at. I'm gonna be holding the wrench there. This makes removing it a lot easier. Now that the upper control arms are removed, we're gonna go ahead and replace the bushings at the same time. I did notice that the bushings weren't too bad, but since we have it all out, we're gonna replace it anyways. Now that the bushings are off, we're going to take a small flathead and then we're going to slip that through the retaining clip, and then you're able to just kind of slide it all the way through, and that retaining clip should slide off. We're going to be using an Orion Motors ball joint press tool. We got this off of Amazon. I'll have a link below. So these are the various rings that were included in the kit. We were just trying to find the right one that would fit this specific icon. We actually didn't end up using one of these. We ended up using a 21mm socket that we found that had a better fit. So I prefer this Zerk fitting nipple versus the original one that comes with the icons. I'm going to use the Zerk nipple instead. So what you're seeing here is a 21mm socket along with the Orion spacer in the back. What we're essentially doing here is we're going to be knocking the socket towards the spacer, and that will remove the delta joints. Take a look at that. A little bit of movement inside ball joint. A brand new ball joint is super tight, does not move. So huge difference. remove the retaining clip, and we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side.
Now we're going to be adding the anti-seize. This was included in the package, so you want to make sure that you apply this thoroughly along the ball joint.
All right, we cleaned everything up, added the anti-seize. Oops, but it's ready to go in, so we're gonna go back to the machine and put it in the opposite way. All right, so we got it set up. We're about to put it back in there. So this is how it looks. I'm gonna just hammer it in. All right, so we have everything in. There's gonna be a little hole right there, a gap for that ring to sit on top. There you go.
Now the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding back on our bushings. Go ahead and grease them up. They have no grease right now, so they need to be greased up pretty well.
All right, both sides are in. It's good to go. I'm gonna repeat the process on the other one.
Now finally add some remaining grease to the Zerk fitting.
Okay. All right, we're gonna add Loctite and get the upper control arm back on there. Put a lot of Loctite. Go ahead and torque it to factory spec. So we got the new delta joint in, we got the bushings replaced, everything looks pretty brand new. We're just gonna go ahead and put on the brake line and then we're completely done here.
And there you have it, guys. This is how you change out the ball joints on your upper control arms. Make sure you check your ball joints frequently. Make sure you're greasing them after every 5,000 miles. They'll stay a lot healthier that way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys found it helpful. If you have any other questions, make sure you drop a comment below. And as always, support the channel with a like and subscribe.